Peace Queen. It's Melissa Crawford of thequeencode.com, and today is November 18th, 2013. So we are still in this powerful gateway month of November. We're still in this powerful portal of energy. You know, the last two videos I talked about in depth the significance of the month of November, the fact that it is the 11th month of the year, that we are in the 11th hour of the year. So if you want to really know a little more deeply about the significance, I do encourage you to go back and watch those two videos from this month. But just to do a quick recap, you know, November has always been the great letting go month. It's always been the month of falling back to move forward. And when you think about the fact that it is the 11th month of the year and the significance of that number 11, it is really about stepping up to a higher energy, really uncovering more of who you really are, elevating to higher and higher levels of consciousness, leaving behind the old and doing new things in a new way. And so, especially in this year of 2013, I mean, it's even more so. This is a very powerful energy. You know, like I said, this month is a portal and a gateway within itself. So now we're in the 18th day of this month, so we're over half of this month. And right now at this point, you really should be experiencing a lot of positive changes manifesting at a very fast rate, at a faster rate. Right now you should be experiencing miracles. And when I say miracles, I'm not just talking about the big flashy kinds. I'm also talking about the subtle miracles. You know, maybe at some point this month you, like I did, you know, I woke up one day this month and realized that there was this physical little quirk that I had that I've been dealing with for a while. And, you know, I tried some natural remedies and, you know, it's just kind of like just a little quirk, but it was always there. And I've been dealing with it for a while. And I woke up one day this month and realized it wasn't there anymore. It's gone. And I don't know when it left. I don't know when it happened. But to be battling and dealing with something for a long time and all of a sudden, just like that, it's gone. And so, you know, it's those kinds of miracles, the subtle miracles where things that changes and transformations that you've been trying to make for years, all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're there. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever the change is on whatever level. There's a lot of subtle miracles happening right now and taking place. So that's the energy of this month. That's where you should be if you're really experiencing this energy in its fullness. But if you're not experiencing the powerful, faster manifestations, if you're not experiencing the miracles on some level, that's what I want to talk to you about today. That's what this video is about. If you're not experiencing those things, there's a reason for it. You know, as you travel what I call this royal path, whether you're the queen that's going from the wilderness trying to get back to your throne, or whether you're the queen that's on her throne and you're being called to the next level, wherever you are on this path, you know, there's certainly some new things being done a new way. And we have to stay open because the further you go on this path, you have to remember you haven't been this way before. And we have to stay open and make room for greater possibilities. But even while we're doing that and staying open, it's true that the fundamentals never change. As you're traveling on this path, wherever you are, it is going to always be true that elimination leads to transformation. Elimination leads to transformation. See, Queen, it is our destiny to be light and to be light. And what I mean by that is to be light, to not have all of this stuff on us, all these weights, all these attachments, you know, but to just be light, transcendent. And at the same time, it is our destiny to be light. I mean, physical light like the sun, like shining bright, like really standing out in the world. To be light and be light. And so in order to do that, the first step is we have to begin to eliminate, to really shake some things off, because when we do, here's what happens. When you begin to eliminate and to slough off, to shed that old skin, to step into your newness, what happens is you receive inspiration. The light bulb goes off. You begin to see things in a different way. As you begin to really release and clear away the old, sometimes you can be in the same room or talking to the same person and see something totally different. Your perception changes because your awareness is heightened, right? So as we begin to let go, clear away, slough off, shed the old skin, we receive inspiration. We begin to see the light in a way that we haven't before. And as we begin to follow that light, that leads to transformation. So if you're not experiencing the power of this great portal of energy, Queen, that means it's time to eliminate some things. And maybe you are experiencing it, but to up-level it even more, begin to eliminate. Because I'll tell you one thing, one revelation that I came to years ago was that being stuck, that whole thing about I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, stuck is a lie. That's just a clear lie. There is no such thing as stuck. If you're feeling stuck in your life, it's because there's something that you're not saying yes to. There's never a time in our lives where we should be stuck, because life is really the great flow. It's a movement. So if we're feeling stuck, it's because there's something that we haven't said yes to. And as women, that's really powerful, because in order for us to really awaken and to really express ourselves in our fullness, we have to reclaim the power to choose. We have to reclaim the power to own our decisions. So our yeses become very important. So if it's like, oh, I don't know what to do, and I know that this time is very important, and you get the message, but you're not seeing it in your life, my question to you is, what are you saying yes to? What are you allowing? It may be time to shift your yeses. Sometimes we're saying yes to things that are not serving us, but at the same time, there's something else that would really allow us to transform in a very major way, but we're not saying yes to that. What are your decisions? What are you allowing? Even on the level of, being grateful and gratitude, gratitude is so powerful because it really grounds you to where you are, but it sets the stage for something much greater, which is what you have to do, right? You can't just pretend like you're not where you are. You have to always be grounded in the present in order to really, leap forward in a major way. So what gratitude does is it really allows you to be thankful for what you have. And if you're being thankful for what you have right now in your life, and you're saying yes to that, then it's harder to say yes to the lack that you see. It's harder to say yes to the things that are not working, because if all you're doing is complaining and going, oh, this is not working, oh, I feel stuck, oh, this person is doing this to me, or oh, this situation is so horrible, if that's all you're focused on, then that's what you're saying yes to. And that's what's going to keep showing up in your life. But even amidst everything, all the craziness, if you're saying yes to, what, this may not be working the way I want it to, but I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that this has happened. I'm glad that I have this blessing. As you begin to do that, you elevate yourself. Gratitude, sometimes is so overlooked, but it is so powerful, Queen. Gratitude is literally the seed for more. And even though, it might seem kind of gross and kind of funny, but I always think of gratitude as like a spiritual laxative. We're talking about elimination, right? I always think of gratitude as like a spiritual laxative, because when you begin to be grateful and to give praise for what you have, it's like it elevates you to the point where you just begin to release all the waste, all the BS, literally, okay, in your life. Sometimes I like to listen to, I don't even know who actually sings a song, but it's that song about shifting the atmosphere. Our worship, our praise is shifting the atmosphere. Being grateful, that really sets the stage for you to actually experience the transformations that I'm talking about for this month. Because the truth is, I don't care how bad it is, we all have something to be grateful for. Right now, I have a nephew, and actually this is a prayer request too. I have a nephew, he's 18 months old. I mean, he's a year and a half. He's baby. And he's been diagnosed with cancer. And he's right now, taking chemo. And, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, I mean, they would love to be spending their Thanksgiving and their holidays differently, but they're in the hospital right now, going through chemo treatments and watching their son go through these changes. And he's a trooper, and he's doing well. So again, this is a prayer request. Please, pray for my nephew, Jalen Crawford. But at the same time, it's like sometimes we complain about things going on in our life, and there's some real stuff happening out here. We all have something to be grateful for. Even they have something to be grateful for. That we have an amazing family that's been supporting my nephew, right? So gratitude, it shifts the atmosphere. It changes everything. And in terms of miracles, gratitude is a key component to miracles. I did a video, probably about a year ago now, where I talked about the order of miracles. And I talked about the miracle that Jesus performed when he fed, the 5,000? And so when you really break down what the scripture says he did, it actually breaks down into 4 parts. So he's actually doing his work, and they were supposed to retire for the night, but the people just kept coming because they wanted to hear more and more and more. And so he realized, okay, it's late, these people haven't eaten yet. We got to feed them. And so his disciples are saying, but how are we going to do that? We can't do that. We don't have the money for that. I mean, all these people, how is that going to happen? All the fear, right? And what the scripture says Jesus does, he said the first thing he did was he turned away. Because it's really hard to experience transformation when all you're doing is focusing on the lack and what you don't have, and people crying with worryation looks on their faces. The first thing he did was he turned away. The second thing he did was he looked to heaven. Now, my philosophy and my belief on heaven and hell actually is greatly influenced by the ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians thought that Judgment Day was every day. That right now we are living in heaven and hell depending on what we're choosing, right? As I said in this video, what we're saying yes to. Heaven and hell is every day. And Jesus, he talked a lot about the kingdom of heaven being within you. So, as he turned away, in my mind, I see him not looking up, but actually just closing his eyes and going within. He turned away. He looked to heaven. He went within and looked to that place where all possibility is. That place where you are you in your highest self. That place where all manifestations are possible. He turned away. He looked to heaven. The third thing he did was he gave thanks. He expressed gratitude. Gratitude automatically eliminates and cancels out all of that other negativity and all of those negative energies. Gratitude transmutes all of that. He turned away. He looked to heaven. He gave thanks, and then he took immediate action. He broke bread. So when you look at the order of miracles, you cannot have a miracle without gratitude. So when you think about if you're feeling stuck right now, Queen, it's all about really becoming very intentional. And that's really important, because intention has always been important, but especially going into 2014. 2014 is the year of great intention. So let's not wait until 2014 to start getting more intentional about our lives. So being more intentional about what you're saying yes to. Understanding that there's some things that you need to eliminate. So if you're saying yes to your higher self, there are some things that are going to have to go. Be okay with that. Allow it. And always be in gratitude. Because gratitude will actually allow you to just see things as they really are, to see the truth. That you can take immediate action and perform any kind of miracle. Okay? So, I'm doing this video because this is an awesome time. This is an amazing time. I've been experiencing the fullness of this, and I've also, heard stories from other queens. But if you're not, I really want you to get this, queen. This is an amazing time, and this is so much more powerful when we can really go together, right? When we can experience this together. So that's my message for you today. Elimination leads to transformation, all right? So in the meantime, until we talk again next week, if you really want more information and more, really how-tos on how you can begin to align yourself, begin to reign as queen in your own life, I do have a wonderful gift for you. It's called Reclaiming Your Throne, all right? Reclaiming Your Throne. And it's a free audio. To get that free audio, all you simply have to do is go to www.readytoreign.com. That's ready, TOREIGN.com, and you'll get the free audio. It's actually 3 audios in all, and it talks about the 3 key powers that you need in order to step up into that feminine power, okay? So again, just simply go to www.readytoreign.com, get that free audio, and I'll talk to you soon.